Hey everyone, it's Courtney. Today I am going to be going over my first trimester update. Let's go ahead and get started. I am currently 14 weeks pregnant, so I am officially in the second trimester, so I figured I'd just give you a little bit of an update of my symptoms. How I'm going to break up this video is by sharing symptoms that were similar to my first pregnancy and then things that are completely different. I do have my notes for reference, so I'm going to be referring to those. So the first thing that's similar to my first pregnancy is that we were going through big life events when I was pregnant with my daughter. We had decided that we were gonna move into an RV and travel for a year. And with this pregnancy, we had just finished up traveling for the year and decided to settle down in Texas, and we were in the process of buying a house and moving and doing all of that. So those are very similar things that I was going through during both pregnancies. The second big thing is my cravings. They have been pretty much identical. I am not a candy sweets person, but when I'm pregnant, I can't not eat anything like sour. I love the oatmeal cream pies. Those are like my absolute favorite. And currently right now, I cannot stop drinking the Baja Blast freezes from Taco Bell. If I could get one of those every day, I seriously would. They are so good. The next symptom that I had was heart flutters. So basically anytime that I would try and take a deep breath or anything like that, my heart would just start fluttering. I'd feel a little bit of tightness in my chest. And to find out, it was mostly triggered by drinking coffee. So I have to completely cut out coffee with my first pregnancy as well as my second pregnancy. And along with that, I've had a lot of dizzy spells. So if I'm standing up too quickly or just pretty much doing anything, I'll get like those dots and kind of like have to brace myself when I stand up. I just can't do it as quickly. Also, along with that, I've had some issues with my vision. I feel like my vision just totally sucks when I'm pregnant. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I actually went to the doctors because I couldn't see when I was driving. It just was super blurry. Come to find out, my vision was still 20/20, so it was just like a pregnancy symptom. Then growing pains. I don't know, some people don't know what I mean in reference to that, but at nighttime, my joints and like especially my knees will just feel like they're throbbing and they're very, very restless. So kind of like restless leg syndrome, but caused or triggered by pain. So that has been extremely uncomfortable. So overall, the similarities have not been very pleasant ones. That completes the list of all the similarities to my first pregnancy that I am experiencing with this pregnancy. I feel like a little bit of like a unicorn pregnancy with my daughter. I didn't experience any like nausea or anything like that, but with this pregnancy, I felt the nausea. Morning sickness was real. I sympathize with anyone and everyone that has to experience that or has experienced that. When I first found out I was pregnant, I had a lot of food aversions, and those just eventually turned into nausea. So if I wasn't eating first thing in the morning or drinking enough water, I would just feel so nauseous. And I'm just super thankful that my husband was home at the time, so he was able to watch our toddler, and I was able to just kind of like slowly start my mornings. So the biggest difference that I've noticed in this pregnancy is that I feel like any of the symptoms that I had my entire first pregnancy, I'm experiencing it right away in my first trimester instead of having things just develop throughout the pregnancy. All of those things are just, it seems like it's happening all at once. To go along with the nausea, I just wasn't hungry. I felt like I had to eat because I had to, not because I was hungry. And along with that, I just was so exhausted. I didn't really experience that with my first pregnancy, but this pregnancy, I'm just tired all the time. That could be because I have a toddler, or it could be because I'm pregnant. Another big difference is when I was pregnant with my daughter, I was very much in shape. I exercised all the time. I was very healthy and very fit. And I feel like with this pregnancy, we had just got done traveling around the US for the year. We were basically eating our way through the US, so my priority was just enjoying that and not focusing on eating, you know, super, super clean or exercising all the time. And I know it takes a while for your body to get back into shape after you have a baby, and I just didn't really make that a priority. I just wanted to focus on spending time with my family. And yeah, so this pregnancy, I think it's been a lot harder on my body already because I wasn't completely in shape when I got pregnant. So I'm curious to see how that plays out with the rest of the pregnancy the bigger I get. The other big difference is acne. I have been getting a lot of pregnancy acne. I had never struggled with that with my first pregnancy, and then this one, it just seems like I have a new one like every 2 hours. Another big difference is I've been having night terrors slash like hallucinations, especially at nighttime. If I'm just relaxing, not even completely asleep in bed, I will open my eyes and I will have like objects or people or things coming at me, and it literally makes me shoot out of bed and like move and get out of the way. I think I've freaked my husband out a handful of times because of this. So that has just been something I've been slowly trying to like get used to, and I'm hoping will get better throughout the pregnancy. When we found out we were pregnant, I was still breastfeeding my daughter. I continued to breastfeed her for about a month after we found out we were pregnant. I didn't stop because I was pregnant. I just stopped because she was ready. She was done. She just didn't want to do it anymore. So I am no longer breastfeeding. Okay, pregnancy headaches. I think a lot of this is associated with the fact that I've cut caffeine out. I used to drink coffee every single day, and then this pregnancy I had to cut it out because of my heart flutter thing. And so I think I just had really, really bad headaches in the beginning just because my body was withdrawing or getting used to not having caffeine. Another big thing, and it's been super inconvenient, is I've been kind of extra gaggy. So if I smell something or look at something that just grosses me out, it just triggers my gag reflex and I will just not be able to stop. I luckily haven't thrown up because of it yet, but it has been very difficult with a toddler because poopy diapers are real and they are very gross. So I'm just thankful that I am able to hold my breath for a long time, and my husband helps out if they're too nasty. This pregnancy, I have definitely noticed that I am peeing probably as much as I did in my 3rd trimester with my first pregnancy. I feel like I am just always going to the bathroom, and I don't remember having that issue in my first pregnancy. And I know they say after you have a baby, I had her naturally, that it's harder to hold and keep your pee in after you have a baby, and I totally understand that now. So I feel like I'm just constantly going. So again, I'm super curious to see how the 3rd trimester is gonna look, if this is already like such a increased thing. Okay, and the last and final thing I wanted to share with you is I have actually lost weight since becoming pregnant, which I know that's kind of like, you're pregnant, you should be gaining weight, but I actually went to the doctors and found out that I have lost 10 pounds this first trimester. At first I was super concerned, brought it up to the doctor, and he said that it was completely normal, especially with my nausea and everything like that, and the fact that I wasn't to my pre-pregnancy or my healthy weight prior to getting pregnant. So now I am at that number, so he is not concerned at all, but that was something that was super shocking to me and made me a little concerned. So if you've experienced any of these symptoms or have one that's different that you want to share, go ahead and comment that down below. I would love to hear from you. And I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of a bump update. Like I said, I am 14 weeks, so I'm not showing a ton right now, but I figured I'd just show you anyways because there's a little something. So let's see. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click that little bell. See you in the next one.